now we're gonna switch up our gears a little bit. We've done our jumping. Now we're gonna take the skills we've learned off of our jumps and apply them to the half pipe. In the last video, which you should have already bought by now, because baby needs food, we went over the basics of half pipe. And now we're gonna up that a little bit and start to get some spins in there, start to get some grabs. We're gonna try to do air to fakies. Basically what we're gonna cover is a frontside 360, an air to fakie, and frontside alley-oops. And each of these will really correspond to what you've already learned off the straight jumps. The body positioning is really similar. And these are also like your gateway moves into your big money moves in the half pipe. That comes later with the fame and the glory and the medal and huge contracts and whatnot. So let's jump into the half pipe. You know, we'll take it real slow. This is gonna be playing with our edges a whole bunch. So pay attention. We'll be learning oops and threes and airs to fakie and all kinds of other fun stuff in about 15 seconds. Frontside 360s. Now, in the half pipe, you're going to be taking off on your toes, popping around, and supposedly landing like flat to heel. Basically, whatever feels comfortable. These are really similar to the frontside 180s you do off of a straight jump. The same body movement, except you're working with the transition where you actually have to pop off and get yourself around a little bit more. It's still just like a 180, but you throw a tranny in there and it becomes a 360 for some weird reason. I didn't make it up. Things you might have a little bit of a problem with frontside 360s at first is getting too much pop. Like thinking you have to really over-exaggerate the ollie, you'll end up in the flat bottom of the half pipe, and that's kind of bad. So tend to just kind of throw them around a little bit, you know, skid them around at first. Don't really, you know, give it a super ollie because yeah, you'll get around, but most likely you end up 4 feet in as opposed to 4 feet up. Take what you've learned from the frontside 180, we're gonna apply it in the half pipe. If you're having problems with it at first, just, you know, take a line that's more straight down the pipe so it feels more like just a frontside 180 off the half pipe. And just try to skid them around at first, and then as you get better and more comfortable with them, start to go straight up and straight down, landing flat on your base, and then start to incorporate the grab, because as soon as you initiate, your hand's right there, it'll keep you together, keep you in one solid ball. So, frontside 360s, and then we'll roll on to the switch frontside 360, which is the mirror version, but there's some little things in there that we have to pay attention to as well.
Approach the lip of your frontside wall on your toe edge. Pop off the lip, throwing your weight over your lead shoulder. Keep centered and relaxed in the air as you spot your landing. You'll be leaving the lip of the half pipe using the same body dynamics as you would on a frontside 180 off of a straight jump. Pop off of your toes and lead with your front shoulder. As soon as you get comfortable with the rotation, start to add grabs. The grabs will help you stay compact and add style to your trick. If you find yourself having problems getting the frontside 360s around, go ahead and start with little slide 360s. Using your front foot as a pivot point, pop off the wall a little bit and just slide it around the rest of the way. As you get more and more comfortable with these, start to pop them out of the top of the half pipe.
We just got done doing frontside 360s. Now, when you land backwards in the half pipe, you want to have something to do with your backwards momentum. So that's why someone invented the caballerial or the fakie 360. Now, the fakie 360 is really similar to when we learned how to do half cabs off of a straight jump. But there's some differences there because now you're using a transitioned wall and it isn't such a straight shot. Take what you learned in the half pipe, you know, being able to use your edges and being confident on your edges, and really visualize how you need to project up the wall. You need to hold that line on your toes. And when you wait till you get to the top, it'll be easier to pull it around because you won't catch your nose in the middle of the pipe, which, you know, that can be a problem. You don't get enough rotation. So, coming across the flat bottom on your toes, nice and relaxed, ready to pop off the lip. Make sure you wait so you can get that nose out and bring it all the way around. Make sure that your head commits so your shoulders and body commit as well. Make sure you keep yourself nice and centered. The grabbing also comes in. That will help later on to keep you centered. But first thing we need to do is get you comfortable with that movement of getting your body around from reverse into forward again.
Approach the backside wall on your toes, riding fakie. Wait until you reach the lip to begin your rotation. Pop off your toes and drive the rotation with your lead shoulder. Keep your body rotating as one unit and spot the landing. Make sure that you don't start your rotation until you've left the lip of the half pipe. This will prevent you from hooking your nose and causing you to do 6 front flips not on purpose. Wait until you're at the very lip of the half pipe and then pop out and up over the lip. Once you have your rotations completely dialed, then start to add your grabs. Grabbing on this trick will help you to avoid the front edge catch. Getting the rotation down on these 360s can seem awkward at first. It is very important that your bodies spin as one unit. If you're having problems getting these around, start by doing little hop slide 360s. Using your back leg as a pivot point, hop off and slide the rest of the 360 around. As you get more and more comfortable, begin to pop them out of the top of the half pipe.
Moving right along with our half pipe antics, we've done the 2 360s, the front side 360 and its mirror version, the cab 360. Now we're going to do alley-oops. Now, alley-oops can be one of the most fun tricks in the half pipe, other than the straight method air. I have a lot of fun with alley-oops because it doesn't really take a lot to learn how to do them, and it's not really like a crazy rotating trick, but you can drift them way down the half pipe and you can pretend you're skateboarding and pretend your sport's legit. So, things that you might need to look out for with the alley-oops. First thing is that when you learned your frontside 360s and your backside 360s off the jumps, the body positioning in the frontside and backside alley-oop will be really, really similar. The only thing is that when you're first learning them, it's easier to go straight up the wall and turn at your apex and come straight back in. First, we're going to do the backside alley-oop, then we're going to do the frontside alley-oop. Backside alley-oop will be done on your frontside wall, and you're going to be coming up on your toe edge, trying to carry a lot of speed through the bottom of the half pipe, because when you are carving into an alley-oop, in the very beginning of trying to do those, you'll find that you'll suck up all your speed with almost too much of a power carve. You kind of have to time it so that you can get that nice flick off the lip and not get all your speed sucked out. Same with the frontside ones. The frontside ones are a little bit more technical because if you want to carry your speed really heavily, you need to come in on your heels. So you need to be really comfortable with racing across the flat bottom on your heels and almost going straight up the wall and using like the last 6 inches of your tail to get that first initial snap. Oh yeah, and we brought in the world famous Lane Knack. Now Lane is a fixture here at Mammoth Mountain. He's part of the Grenade crew. And Lane has a problem with having his pants fit correctly. You may have noticed that if you actually saw the US Open on television this year. Lane's pants were mostly in the knee range, lower butt cheek to knee, back of the knee range. Lane's real cool. He's got really good style, and basically Billy didn't show up, so we used Lane.
With backside alley-oops, we will be applying the same body mechanics we did off the straight jump with the backside 360. Approach the frontside wall on your toe edge. Take a more direct, straight-up line off the wall of the half pipe. Pop off of the lip and begin a backside